Alright, we are back, and I think I fixed it. At least I hope I fixed it. It looks like fixed. I have no idea what happened. I had to basically wipe the project. And yeah, basically syncing it again from Git. I don't know, something happened. Somewhere. I am a little bit sus, and I would probably want to know what happened, but whatever. But yeah, now we have the command system here, it runs and it's there. I'm not, yeah, as I said, I'm not really sure what really happened. But okay, whatever. So let's do that. Let's add a struct I command here again. But sure. Oops. And then virtual execute. And virtual void undo. I don't know, maybe apply and undo is better? I don't know. Or maybe run. No, I mean I like execute, I think more. Template. Invocable. Struct command I command. Oh, actually a lot of typing. And then public. Execute fn well, actually std function, right? All right. All right, and then let's continue with our other thing, which is while the execute here, void execute. And m execute like that. Then we do that, copy paste that into the undo. All right. Let's hope that still builds, because I mean that was what we had before and suddenly stopped. But oh, that works. Okay, cool. Alright, and then let's try one thing, which is entities panel. And when we render that, draw rename. The entity name is a copy. Yeah, so basically what I would want to do is get engine system here. Command system. Is that not how it's done? Oh wait, yeah, it's not a... Nah. Okay. See, so maybe that would be nice to have, but okay. Command system. That makes me think it would be nice to have that as a thing, but yeah. Execute or like push. That. Then I push another one. Basically remove wire. Add component. With the previous name basically. Which I need to of course take. Yeah, we probably have to do it slightly better than that. Although in theory all of that should be include Onyx editor systems command system. And then yeah, we need a new thing here. Void push. Is inherit? No, what is it? It's base off. That's what it was. I command and then T. And then basically m commands and place make unique of t with command. Does that work? Should work. Now we always do it while command.execute first. Command test. So that doesn't work or what? Okay. Oh, okay, that works. Okay. Can I do command here and then not do that? No, probably not, right? Yeah. But I guess that would work. But I need here previous name. We copy those in just to be safe. And then the other thing probably probably I have to do something here which I'm not quite sure what yet. Basically it would be that. The selected entity probably should be copied out as well, right? Yeah. And then this is the only remaining thing that's problematic. Which I probably could solve. But yeah, maybe I need to... Yeah, I don't know. Do something here. But let's first see if that still works. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Command system. Well, I mean, the thing is... Wait, is that not how it should be done? Did I not do the same thing in the engine variables? Kinda. Well, actually, I did exactly that. Oh, but I saved it not as a pointer, I saved it as this. No, I did a pointer. Oh, but maybe it doesn't like... Maybe it doesn't like the lambda stuff. Well then, basically the catch. Okay, no. Incomplete type. Ah, here. What? Really, I need to have it defined here that it works? Why? That's weird, but okay. 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 Oops. Why would that fail? I do exactly the same here. Okay. That's bizarre because I thought that I did exactly that. But we can always change it slightly. I mean, basically it's done, right? We can do that. Oops. Should be an undo here. Thing is, does it work now if... So that works, right? So that boots and starts and everything and whatnot. And is happy. Yes. Question is, does it work if I capture now stuff here? Okay. So in theory that should work now, and then I can rename that test. And in theory we should have, if we go here to the command system, we should have a command in there exactly already. And now the only remaining thing is that in the command system I need to register the input action system. We need to store that. Another pointer. Alright. We have a private function here, void on undo action. Input action, probably. And yeah, we need to... What? That's not what I wanted. Here I wanted to go perfect. Include Onyx editor systems. That. class, well, not class. Input actions, input action system. On undo. Well, I guess. Okay, I have no idea anymore how to do that, to be honest. I didn't do that in so long. So scene editor, let's look here at an input action. I have no idea how that actually worked. Okay, it's like that, const that, and then get data, okay. It's const that, and then get data bool if is down, undo. Well, I think that is a struct. I mean, probably not. On input. Oops. Wait. How does it work? I get the candidate. Oh, and then I have an action ID. Okay, yeah. Undo. Okay. Commands. Hop. Well, actually, we might not pop here. But that's... Oh yeah, we cannot pop. So we need actually a different collection here. I think we need a dynamic array actually. And we need to emplace back. And now we have a u32 current command index. Well, that is basically the size here. Oh, I can do a plus plus here. Question is, I think a linked list or something like that would make more sense. But I will think about that later, I guess. But yeah, so that is current command index basically. We do that. And then we do m current command index minus minus. Well, if it is -1, return. Yeah. Okay. That should kind of do it. We of course need that input action. Which is another thing. Which I'm not sure if or we can see if we can add that. That will be interesting, I guess. Okay. Does that still work? Okay. I guess I right click. How did that work? Right click here? Okay, yeah. Rename, undo, which I cannot do uppercase because I kinda bricked that, but it's fine. And that's it? Wait. But I need to be able to add a key for that. Well, okay, that's broken, but fine. I mean, I can as well just... That's not what I wanted. Action ID. Terminate. Okay. Okay, whatever. I have to do it manually now, but that's a good thing that I spotted that. That's definitely a bug. Probably something that I killed quite recently. But yeah, basically I copy this. Paste it in here, call it undo. FBE FBB. Input binding bool, yes, but then the input is something else. ID codes. It would be the control that, so that is 43. But I need the dependent camera action, which is kinda busted, but okay. That would be here, right? But the thing is that the correct one? Camera slowdown? 220, 223. 220 or 223. Where is my control? 222, yeah. Okay, yeah. Could work. If I did everything correct, of course. Let's see. Why is there an error that I kinda don't see? Okay, my input actually still work, but that doesn't work. The control that doesn't work. Which makes me think maybe my modifiers don't work. Did I ever implement the modifier? I did not. That's a problem. I thought I had to change it for that. Probably I killed it. Well, let's go to GLFW Wayland window probably. Modifier. Handle modifiers, exactly. Let's kinda do that. Probably not. Okay, so first that is fine. That's the XKB state, so that one I get from... Basically I get this, right? Kinda. So we definitely use the instance. We don't use the keyboard. Don't use the serial. We use the mods depressed, ledged and locked and the group. Okay. then this is context get xkb, get state. I mean, probably I have that somewhere, right? Okay, xkb context. Oh, but that wants, yeah, that wants the state, okay. xkb modifiers. Okay. Do I even have the modifiers there? I do. Ah, okay, where? What do I use them for? I'm not sure if I need the other stuff. I don't know. I mean, probably because I need to forward a key change here. But is that already enough that I can do uppercase again? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. But yeah, then it basically we need to forward the modifier keys here. So basically, if xkb dot state so if that state at our xkb control index right, but that doesn't maybe mean that it's do I get that control key here? I do. So that would mean that... Okay, so then I don't need that for sure. And the only question is, why does the dependent action not work? How can I debug that? I mean, I thought that was already working once, but maybe I killed it, or it's something with the, like... No, I probably killed it. If I would have to guess, I probably killed it with the Wayland refactor stuff. Most likely. Okay. But then... Oh, but... I see. It probably is... I most likely get that only once. Okay, no, I get that all the time, never mind. So I guess this is spamming or what? Yeah, okay, it is. So why would the other action not work? So where is that? Yeah. If binding. Now we should get there, right? Oh, why not? Of course. Okay. Good enough. And then to update here. Hmm. How would I do that? I mean, it's but down. Wait. Is button down? Is that correct? Oh yeah, it is. Can probably do that. Update true. Wait. But then it is triggered. Action state. And new input value. Okay. And then it fires. The action ID is that. Which hopefully matches what we had, right? The correct? This one. Yeah, that is hopefully correct. And then, I mean, I guess should be able to do. Okay, so it does trigger. Come on. It's going good. It's going good. Why does that not work? That's weird. 8 4 F B 9 F. That looks fine. Unless it for some reason isn't the same. Action ID. Okay. Let's put that somewhere in a new text file. It's this. Oh, and then I don't have the dispatch thing. Hey. Why would that already trigger? Oh, that sucks. Do that. Okay. Then we go here. Action ID. And we have a new file somewhere here. Yeah. Wait, that's not the same. Why is it not the same? It's probably actually this most likely doesn't work then. Maybe. Why would that be different? Maybe it doesn't support that. Maybe it doesn't support 64-bit, right? Yeah, okay, it didn't support that. Because that looks definitely different. F C E F. So does it now work? Oops. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. So with that in place, we can delete a couple of those again. So it was just that the hash was wrong. I mean, again, I shouldn't be needing to do that manually anyways, but it is what it is. Okay, cool. So in theory, if that works how we would want it to work, I should be able to create this, name that test, and then Control Z, name the new entity. Perfect. Cool. So that kind of worked, surprisingly. Let's add the redo as well. So that would be here, and then redo. Still the same input trigger that we depend on. It's a shitty name, but what can you do? And then we need another key code, of course. It would be nice probably if the key code is a thing here, but whatever. R35 or Control Z, Control R, right? Control Z and Control Y? Really? Or is it Linux specific? Now I'm not sure anymore. No, it's Control R, right? Okay, no, it is Control Y. Never mind. Alright. So probably then it's 42, okay. Makes sense, because Z and Y, yeah. Okay. Then the only thing I need to do is don't save that. And we need to go to command system. And have a redo. Let's call it actually on redo on undo. That was not what I wanted. But if the current command index is well, either we are at the end, so basically m commands size, then we return, because we can't do anything with that. Command well, last command index basically is m commands size -1. So basically, if the last command index is not an invalid index, well, if that is the case, we return, right? And then if or our current command index is our last command index, then we return as well, because we cannot redo anything that we already did. Hey, Captain Chica. Shouldn't you be on honeymoon? What are you doing here? And then we do m commands plus plus. Do that and we execute that again. Right? Oh, okay. Where are you going, if I may ask? Just curious. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Alright, so we should be able to now create an entity here. And then rename that to my entity. And then hit Ctrl Z, that brain names it back to that, and then unfortunate. It didn't trigger that. Just kind of weird. Why? Oh, because I didn't do the redo hash, I think, yet. There was something about that, right? Oh, wrong one. All right. Seven four one seven nine two BBE. Or maybe I will fix the input window right away, because that's actually kinda annoying that I have to do that manually. But yeah, so we create one, my entity, Control Z, Control Y, we hit the breakpoint, we do the rename again, we hit Control Y again, we don't do anything. So Control Y does nothing, Control Z still does that, double Control Z at the end of the history doesn't do anything either. Perfect. Cool. So that works. That's pretty nice. Good. So basically, it's just a matter of fact of adding all the undo redo actions in the whole editor namespace now. I think I want to do one more thing, which probably would be here, virtual string ID 32. Well, actually, maybe localization ID. Now let's do a string ID. Get or maybe I just have it as a member here. Because basically that would be what I would want to use for string ID 32 command ID. That's what I would want to use for the localization. You didn't like my thing? What did you do? Oh no, Python. So what does it do different? I guess this calls a Python or what? Oh, you use UV, nice. Then, okay. And then what do you execute with the UV? Do you use UV here then? No, right? Or maybe I should read the chat again, I don't know. Made it in Python. Yeah, okay, but how does it... I can do it on the other screen. Yeah, I know UV, I used it in the past already. I'm just curious, because maybe I'm blind, but so you run UV and forward just arguments to it, but what arguments? So you would need to specify something calling that Python? Ah, there's other scripts. Okay, I should have maybe. Ah, here. Okay, generate projects Python. I see. Yeah, but okay, I guess it's kind of not. Okay. But what's the real benefit of that? I mean, or you just hate shell scripts? I mean, that's maybe nice. That confirmation is kind of nice. But is that really a... Oh yeah, it is a build. Okay, yeah. I will think about that. I didn't want to pollute my project with UV because at the first I was thinking of doing a UV thing as well, but I don't know. Didn't want to pull Python in as a dependency. But I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal, right? Yeah. No, I see the benefit, but yeah, I'm not sure. I would have to think about that because it still adds one more. Huh? Why do I have? Whatever. Why did I have two here? Well, it adds one more complexity still, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it's like necessarily bad. Just that I would want to think about it a little bit more if I want to pull in that dependency, basically. Although I think maybe Python was already a dependency, kinda. I think maybe it was already. Did I not already have it as a dependency? Did I have Python here? Maybe not. Yeah, I thought so, but I think I disabled the stuff that needed it because I think they only needed it for tests or something like that, maybe. I think I ran into that problem in the past, but then I removed that. Do they? Well, then my readme is a little bit wrong, maybe. But yeah. So you're saying here Python? No, it doesn't find Python here. Are we sure that it does need it? Oh, well, it didn't build maybe the CMake, so that's maybe not a fair thing to check currently. But no, whatever. I can think about. I will look at it and think about it, and then I will decide. But yeah, thank you still for that. Just not sure if I like it yet. Shader C, but I don't. Wait, yeah, that's the thing. I don't pull in shader C. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't actually link or I don't build shader C myself, right? I take it from the Vulkan SDK. No, I take the thing that the Vulkan SDK ships with. So I don't need to build it myself. So in the dependencies of RHI probably, right? Wherever it is. Here. I only do shader C combine, which comes from Vulkan. And it's already the DLL SO whatever, depending on the platform. So it's already compiled and I don't need to link anything. I don't need to build anything. So I don't need Python for that. Because building shader C was actually quite painful, disregarding the Python. That was the easy part, but it was quite painful to build shader C, to be honest. So what I don't like about my name well, but they wouldn't release a new Vulkan version with a broken shader C. No, I don't follow that, because for me that I take the Vulkan SDK and they have like pre-built binaries and versions and it's tested and they come with that. I'm not pulling in anything from like demand or something like that. It's what you install on your system. It has nothing to do with commits. Well, the only thing I thought of is maybe install the Vulkan SDK already, if it doesn't find it, but yeah. If it doesn't find the one I need, basically. But so far I didn't do that. And I'm actually not a big fan of that. I don't want to install stuff on machines of users with scripts. I usually try to avoid that. Because I wouldn't like that something just installs stuff without me knowing. I mean, of course, you can always say, do you want to install it, blah blah blah, but yeah, that's why I mostly didn't do it yet. Because I didn't want to build that. Alright, so can we maybe do entities panel VC package? Well, I'm not a big fan of VC package, but yeah, it could work. Rename entity, and now we do that. Okay. The thing is, can I make that safe? Because currently that's kinda shit, to be honest. Mostly because I take the registry here. So could I do instead do Well, I guess the undo redo system should be based on okay, that would be kinda interesting maybe. I need to think about that. No, I don't. Hey Gabriel, no, I don't work full time on it. I have a job at the side in the games industry, and I'd only work on it in the evenings, and then on the weekend. So I'm curious. I would need to think about that a little bit more. I mean, it will work for now, and that's good enough. The only question is, if my scene is unloaded, I would need to basically disable those commands. So maybe we as well do a virtual bool is valid. And that is a little bit problematic, I guess. That would be a lot more logic that we would need to do. I guess I would need to add more context to those actions then. It's on the list of things to do, don't worry. Yeah, I have a long list of things. I'm not sure if I can make it with maybe we do it with 06. Because after the physics, maybe I add a, but I'm not even sure how useful that is, to be honest, but okay. I wanted to do one thing though. Okay, now let's actually do that. So let's add a bool here. Where do we... I don't know. I have to think about that. It's not so straightforward about that. Because I'm thinking, what if I unload the scene? Then either I need to clear the history, which is kind of... Yeah, it could work, but I don't know if I like that. I would want to have actions just be not available. If... Maybe I'm just overthinking it for now and I should add that later. But I'm still thinking that I probably want a custom class here. Struct, rename entity command. We do that. And we have a private entity ID. And probably a game core system. But yeah, yes, let's do that. And probably an asset We have a scene ID basically. And then what I would want to do is public render entity command nothing string ID, which is rename entity. But actually, previous name, string new name. Hey Marmalade, welcome, welcome. But actually, let's do new name, like name and previous name. Let's do that. And we get more than that. Entity, and scene ID. All right. Now we do virtual var void execute. Game core system get scene. Yeah, I did mean that, thank you. And if scene, well, here we insert basically. Scene get ID equals scene ID. Active scene does not match. Okay, and then from the scene we get the registry. Probably a const registry then. Well, we cannot have it const actually, but yeah. Add component to the entity. With the name. And otherwise with the undo we kinda do the same, just with the previous name. But yeah, we basically would want that. But I guess in that case we get a new asset handle. Okay, let's see, does that build? Not quite, but that was kinda expected. It's probably still that. Oh. Oh wait, it's not like that, right? Stupid me. Like that. Name. Okay. What? Oh yeah. Makes sense. And then I would want to push a command there, basically. So in here, push rename entity command. But with a selected entity. Scene. Or I don't have the scene ID. which kinda sucks. And then entity name and previous name. Probably I want the scene ID here. Oh yeah, okay, for game core. And then yeah, assets. Let's do it like that for now. It's not perfect by any means, but it's okay for now. Basically game core system here. And now we have assets asset ID. Why is there actually localization module? I don't think we need that here anymore. Editor is fine, entity is fine. Yeah, I think that's all good. Localized string gone. This one lives in entity.h, so I don't think I need that. Scene editor. What did you find? Yeah. A new case. Or no, the inner part of the case. And super expensive, holy moly. Well, down here, right? Yeah. Get game or get engine sys. Where do we have? Oh, we have an M game core system. Yeah, perfect. And then M scene. Get ID. I mean, we could probably just forward then the whole asset handle. Okay, maybe we don't have that get engine system for system. Well, actually, then maybe I don't do it with the game core system. Actually, I just do it with the asset system. Because can't I do MS system get asset? And I think there is a blocking version of that. Maybe not. Basically what I would want to do is, okay, well that looks great. Get asset. But only if, but I don't want to load it. So in the asset metadata, what's in there? Or we could see if it's loaded or not, I guess. What is try get asset meta? Okay. I mean, I guess it would be something along those lines, basically. But for now, we can just do that because I know it's already loaded. So scene ID. And with that, it just works, right? Or but does that even make too much sense? No, I think actually let's not do that. I think the other way was better because it basically follows more the thing that we have like an active scene and an inactive scene basically. So I think that makes more sense. Where this doesn't it's entity. And then here we do again game core. So maybe that works, maybe not. Or it doesn't work, it seems like. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arguments. do you mean requires 1 but 5 were provided? Oh. Game core. One, two, three, four, 5. Looks fine. Why does it not work? Oh, okay. Our scene ID. We have that now. Perfect. So that should still work and it's a little bit safer. Hopefully. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Maybe I move that to a different thing, right? Although it's fine to have it like here, right? We don't need to have the commands always everywhere. So I think that's fine. Then the other one, like the real big one, would be entity component modification. So let's do that next, but I will take a quick break, get some water and a quick bathroom break, and then we will be back. And let's see if we can get edit for, like, undo redo for a component. Be right back. Alright. I'm back. Alright. I'm wondering if some people have an opinion on that. What would currently the undo redo system is a global thing. I just had the idea, maybe, and that makes it a little bit complicated why I did the rename stuff like I did right now with keeping the scene and everything. I'm wondering if it would make more sense that it's a local thing. Like each window has its own, or like each panel has its own undo redo history. So basically if you have like the node editor open and the scene editor, those are two different undo redo histories. Maybe that would make sense, because then closing a scene would just wipe that stack basically, not the stack. Like, I mean, I wouldn't wipe anything, but that would be the idea, and then it's kind of safe. Maybe I will do that actually. So it's actually not a system in itself like I do right now. Maybe that makes actually way more sense, yeah. But we will do that probably next stream. For now, I would be more curious just to get the components done, and then refactoring that to like not a global system and then a local one is like kinda easy. But I would probably want to know if that makes sense, but I think it does. I mean, we get the scene here, that's fine. Let's create a struct here. Add modify component. Public I command. Well, I guess we can do a generic one for now. Why not? Makes it probably easier. So the idea would be that is a little more complicated, because I need to be able to know I would be able, well, I guess we could, Is there an imgui is added? Okay, while that doesn't work, okay. Because I think the main problem is that property inspector would need to report back if we are active or not. Because I don't think bool is active. Is the thing, right? ugly code, but I just want to see what that does. Oh, it booted on the other screen, cool. Or whatever. I guess it's not active then. I take it. Why is it so slow? Oh yeah, is active is force, okay. Well, that's what I kinda thought. Probably property grid. We would need to have something here. So basically, for example, where would that be? Draw the scalar, like the scalar one, yeah, here. Does it work here? I'm going is item active. Probably a breakpoint here. And that should already be good enough, right? Because I think I rendered that one. But not sure if that is good enough. Do we enter here actually? Ah, okay, well we are not here, never mind then. Where are we then? Ah, here probably. Vector input. Vector component input. Yeah, because we are custom things. Yeah, I remember. Or does it work here? Because I need to basically, once it activates, I need to copy out the component. Okay. That works, okay. So I guess I would report back out of the here. State basically. Because I assume, or maybe it works then on the layer outside. Here. Does that work here as well? That should work most likely. Question is, does that really help me? Probably not. I think it would be cleaner to just do it. Yeah, I think it would be cleaner still to do it inside though. How does it check that? Okay, there is an is item activated actually, which would work as well. But we don't really, I don't really care about that. So the question is, do I return it as this or do I return it here? Ah, I get that it's focused already. Actually, we probably then forward it here as well. Tool is focused. Okay. Not quite sure what is the is focus used here. Oh, it's not even used or what? Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's done here then. And then let's actually return that, I guess. But how does that work? Input ID. Yeah, okay. Guess. That's a bit unfortunate. Basically that. It's like a little bit unfortunate. There might be a better way to do that. Or actually boor. Okay, well maybe let's not do that. vector input yet. It's a little bit complicated. Let's do something simpler. Which one would be simpler? Actually, I have no idea which component would be simpler. Let me double check my components. Maybe this text one. Yeah, maybe just camera settings. Okay, where that didn't actually do anything. Fascinating. But yeah, just that one, right? So that's just a float input. But that probably still returns force here, I'd assume. Yeah. So what I would need to do is camera component deduction. Wait, is it even used? I don't think it is. Is it an old file? That looks kinda sus. I don't think they are used. Yeah. Because it should be probably game core editor generated private components. This one, right? Yeah. So then we go here, go here. Is that the final one? Oh yeah. Or then should have, or we should at least have been here, right? Okay, no. Oh. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Stupid me. How's that work? Okay, perfect. And now what we do is can I do that here? So that's this, right? And then hey, so very so hello. So I guess it doesn't work because we have here the end of the group. I guess is added active. I know. I know that they can do that. So those are actually kind of... I think I just delete them. I don't know why they are still there though. So does that work? For now, I would want to probably do it correct, like put it out nicely, but okay, well, it doesn't work. Probably because it's its own flag. Is it maybe static that I need to do it and not global? Not inline? I always confuse it. Well, I guess neither of them work. I guess what I can do is, for now, So that should now hopefully work. Oops. Free camera. Shouldn't that have worked? Are you true? Oh, and then yeah, we disable it of course afterwards again. Stupid me. I guess I would need to order. Ah, yeah, or that doesn't work. Okay, I have to rethink that a little bit. I mean, I guess for now. Let's do that, and then at the start of each component we reset it. Which is really not smart, but... So here, before we draw the component, we say UI property grid set edit active to force. And yeah, that should hopefully do it now. Okay, yeah. Perfect. And then the idea would be to store that, so static bool where. The other thing is, can I do... is item activated? Okay, yeah, that is what I want. So that should only trigger once now. Yeah, perfect. So if the edit is active, we have yeah, let's do a current redo action, right? Modify component public I command modify component system, command system. Oops. I think I don't need that done, right? Yeah. Okay, and then we have a void execute. Undo. Okay, now we have private. And basically, I think I want to have a dynamic array of U8. Well, actually U32 is fine. Component data and previous component data. And we probably need a runtime ID. So what do we use down there? Component type ID, a string ID 32, okay. And then what else do I need? The entity. And the registry. Or we can make them public for now because that makes it simpler. Let's see. So the idea would be every time we do that, we construct a new, or we have one here basically. Component type ID is component type ID. Our modifier component command entity selected entity. Registry is registry. Previous component data, basically our do we have the component meta here? Yeah, component meta. Copy to this. That would be that. And then when we restore, or when we actually apply it, we have to do something else here, right? Add where M, where command component, where command system, which we still don't have here. Yeah, now we need that command system here. Onyx editor class command system. Yeah, so basically the idea would be that we have a copy here. Override. Out buffer resize to the exact size. And then std copy. Copy n. Okay, maybe not. That would have been nice if that works, right? But I guess I need to copy it manually. Destination is out buffer data component. So that would be the copy. Why is that not working? Oh, okay. That's why. And then command system push. That. Yeah, it would be like that, right? Yeah. And then that would be basically the add and the remove kind of. I think I'm not doing that today anymore. I'm super hungry already, so I will get some food. But we will do that next full time on, let me think, probably Wednesday, yeah. Because I think Monday, Tuesday I will be taking a day off against there. Because that's the usual stream days that I don't do. Or like where I have the day off. And I think I will keep that. But maybe... yeah, maybe there is a short stream tomorrow, let's see. Because I don't have work tomorrow. Might be doing one maybe later in the afternoon. Let's see. To move that forward, yeah. But basically I want to copy the binary data of the component into this command. And then basically restore it here again. That would be the idea. And I think that should work. We just need to make it. Alright. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for as well the new people. It's always nice to see some new faces, as well as the old ones, of course. Don't get me wrong. And yeah, have a great start into the week. Sorry for not streaming the entire last week, but I hope to be back now consistently again. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Bye bye.